Hello everyone, this is Sudipto from Technical Potpourri. So today I'll be talking about dynamic importing in JavaScript. So without any further delay, let's start. This is the second video of the series where I am covering modules, dynamic importing of the modules in JavaScript. In today's video, I'll be covering dynamic importing in JavaScript. So in the first video, I've explained how the module works in JavaScript. I would request you to go through that video and understand the basic concept before we jump into this video. There is a blog post also covering the basic concept of modules in JavaScript. So I've put the link of the blog post in the description of the video, and also you will get the link of the video at the top right corner of your screen. So before we start, we need to understand why do we need dynamic importing. JavaScript standard import is very much static. That is, standard imports will always evaluate all the imported modules at the runtime, and definitely that is not an efficient way. Rather, we should evaluate imported modules only when it is really needed. Now, why loading modules statically is a concern? The reason is that when you load modules statically, it basically slows the loading of the code significantly, and it also increases your program's memory usage. So due to mainly these reasons, it's highly recommended to go for dynamic importing and evaluate all the modules only when it is required. So let's see some example to understand. So here I have my basic setup. This is my HTML page, and this is my module where I have two functions, add and subtract, and a variable name, and I've exported both the functions and the name. And this is my another class where I've imported only the add function. I don't need both subtract and name, only add will work. And then I've called the add function passing two parameters 10 and 12, and then I've used this JavaScript file in the source in the script type module, and this is the way I have written my JavaScript. Now when I was executing, if I refresh the page on the right side of my screen, I can see that it's printing 22 because 10 plus 12 is 22, which is good. So it's working, right? But the problem, let's see, if I go to the Chrome network tab here, we'll find every time I do a refresh, this is the module, right? The module is imported at the very first time. But let's think about this scenario, right? What is happening here is that every time a page refresh, it's actually evaluating this add function and doing the calculation. But do we really need to do that calculation every time? Probably not. We probably need to do that calculation only when it is required, right? Let's say for an example of a button click or something. So until someone clicks on that button, there is no point of importing this module and do the operation. So you basically do not need to import everything until the operation, or until it is really required. So that is the reason why we need the dynamic importing, not the static importing. And by the way, this is a static importing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to convert this code to a dynamic importing. So this is click me. So what I'm mainly looking for, when someone click on this button, then only I want this module to be imported and do the calculation. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the code a little bit here. I'm going to get rid of all this thing. First, let me find my button, which is here. And then I want to create a button click event listener, which I'm doing here. And then this is what I want to do. So this is what is happening here, is that this is my button. I've attached the event listener, which is a click, and every time someone clicks on the button, I want this function to be called. So this is my function, the button clicked. Now inside the button click, what I'm doing, I'm just writing a console.log button clicked, and then here I'm doing the import and when the import is done, it's a promise, so I can use the then syntax. When the import is done, then this is the module, and then with this module I'm calling the add function, saving the result here, and then finally printing the result. Now let's refresh the page, go to the console. There is nothing in the console. Go to the network, see the beauty, the module has not yet imported. Now the moment I click on the click me button, it came up. So when you click on the click me, then only the module is actually getting imported. And if I go to the console, this is the button clicked, means this console.log, and then 10 plus 15 is 25. So what is happening here is that if I do a refresh again, go to the network tab, until you click the button, there is nothing, import happening. Only when you click the button, then only the module will be imported, and then all the function will, all the operation will happen like this. So this is the way the dynamic importing happens in JavaScript. And as you can see, there is already the performance improvement, because you are not importing the module every time. You are only doing that when it is really required. Now this entire code can also be written in an async wait instead of the then based callback style. And it's an individual preference whether you want to go with this one or with the async await. I personally preferred this approach, but I'm just letting you know that you can literally replace this code and create the same version with the async wait. So for that, let me comment out this portion of the code and write the same functionality with async wait. So basically what is happening, the first is the same, finding the button and then adding the adding the click event listener, and then this is the async function, and then it's arrow function, and then here this is the await, which is importing the module, and then using that module.add, finding that add result, storing the result in the add result variable, and printing the add result. I think I've saved the file, and now if I do a refresh, same thing, the module is not imported, and in the console there is nothing. Now the moment I click me, the module came up and the result also came up. So this is the beauty with which you can use the dynamic importing, you implement the dynamic importing. I hope this video will help you to understand dynamic importing, and this series of 2 videos will help you to understand how module works in JavaScript, how you can do an import, how you can do an export, and at the end of the day, how you can take advantage of dynamic import to make your JavaScript code better and optimized. So if you like this video, please share and hit the like icon, and also please subscribe to my channel to get update about all my upcoming videos. Thank you.